Anyone can trade trends. Just buy or sell and walk away, right? There's one problem with that mentality. The markets don't always move. Generally, markets trend 30% of the time and are range bound the other 70. If you're going to be a complete trader, then you'd better understand how to address ranging markets. Week 23 is likely to be a case study in range bound, compressed, sideways price action. All right, let's trade it. Not every week is an active one. In fact, as we drive deeper into the summer months, slow periods will become the norm. That's what separates the winning traders from the losers, having the ability to find opportunities regardless of the news cycle or the economic calendar. To make money this week, we're going to have to look high and low for trading opportunities. All right, there's no time like the present. Let's go. Monday begins with a wide open economic calendar. Why not look at some crypto? Interesting story right here. For the past several months, AI has been all the rage, but the role of AI in cryptocurrencies really does remain to be seen. Elon Musk's new XAI platform really does suggest that the institutional players in the tech space believe in AI and what it can do typically to the world of everyday life, but also finance. So we're going to look for some opportunities for cryptocurrencies that are related to the AI sphere, one of which highly publicized has been AGIX. You can see right here just a very basic look at technical analysis. You've got a monthly chart right here. You've got a big 2 month, really big 2 month rally. Pull back the last 3 months, and you can see right off of this tail really is when that AI really buzz began. Saw a nice rally off of that low. We've got 62% right there at 27.66. I think that could be a pullback buy for later in the week. Business is due to pick up Tuesday with the Reserve Bank of Australia is going to kick things off in that Asia Pacific session. You can see right here with the RBA interest rate decision. That's going to be a big one, specifically for the Aussie. So we're looking at that cash target rate at 3.85%. Really, the RBA should hold firm there. That's what expectations say. However, I mean, surprises do happen. And when you get into a situation where a surprise does happen, you got to be ready for anything, specifically with those Aussie pairs. I'm going to be looking at the Aussie Kiwi that day. I think that here's a good look at the weekly chart. We've got some key technical levels to the top side, just really to outline these very quickly. You've got a 50-week moving average, which is right up there in the vicinity of 109.15. And if we do a little multiple time frame analysis here on the daily, you're going to see right there, you've got a 200-day moving average somewhere right around 108.85, 107.75. We'll have to wait and see what it is on Tuesday, but realistically, it should be within striking distance of that 50-week moving average. So you got a nice little zone developing right up there in the 109 vicinity that should act as robust topside resistance and potential shorting opportunity. Midweek trade is going to be highlighted by the Bank of Canada's interest rate decision. 4.5% is where the policy interest rate stands right now. Analysts are sort of split on if the BOC is going to raise a quarter point or hold firm. I think most probably believe they're going to hold firm on this one. To me, it doesn't really matter what the BOC does. It's going to bring volatility to the loonie, and that's really what we're looking for. I'm going to be scanning this EuroCAD very closely because there's one key macro level that I'm looking at very with a great interest, 144.15-ish. So 144 flat is a 38% retracement of this macro monthly wave. That's a big long-term number. The other thing I would point out is we broke beneath that 200-month moving average, which is just an astounding long-term technical zone. And you'll see we're right there. So I'm sort of thinking that perhaps the market could rotate in this zone. We get an opportunity maybe to buy down there right around 144 flat, maybe right above 144. Might be a nice long midweek trade. And it also, take a look at our stochastics. We're sort of creeping back down into that normal range. If in fact you do get a sell-off, say 50 or 100 pips, we may be right in the center of our stochastics range and be able to place an accumulation trade, which could work very nicely for us. So 144 flat, downside support, looking at that to the long side if we get a chance on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be a fascinating session. You will have had the RBA speak. You will have had the Bank of Canada speak. 6 days from Thursday, you're going to have the Fed speak. Big question is it going to be rate cuts or rate hikes through the end of the year? You can see right here, we've got a normal distribution as where those interest rates end towards the end of the year. Nobody really knows. And when nobody knows, that means we can trade it. So bilateral rectangle, dollar index, we put this one up before. Absolutely huge. These are huge levels. 105.88 top side resistance, 182 bottom side support. So you can see right here, price has really been milling around that mid-range area. If in fact we break towards the top or the bottom following following the BOC and the RBA will have an opportunity to short that top side and maybe buy that downside and play this bilateral rectangle for the fourth time in the past several months. There are no key events scheduled for Friday. Barring any external breaking news, we're likely in for choppy sideways trade. Days like this can drain your trading account very quickly. This is a textbook no donation Friday. We'll be looking to keep risk tight and not give anything away ahead of Fed week. Key market, we're going to call this one live in the trading room. Trading isn't always easy. Market conditions ebb and flow, sometimes perfect, other times terrible. The key to being consistently profitable is to first understand what the market is doing and then take what it gives us. That's the plan for this week. We're going to be patient and flexible. Then when the time's right, we're going to strike. It's as simple as that. Next week is a big one on the financial markets. The Fed will be front and center with a huge interest rate decision on 14 June. Will J. Powell and company turn the markets upside down? Check back for tips on how to trade the June Fed announcements next week. If you need market access, click the Switch Markets link below. Let's stack some green pips, and we'll see you next week.